Ready?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Probably started already.
Okay, now start over.
I'm gonna cut it.
You're
You're
supposed to
gonna
say
get that.
1, 2, 3. Okay, say 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Tell me when to say action.
Go ahead.
Hey.
All right. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Good morning, South Aiken. As the first 9 weeks concluded yesterday, October 23rd, we felt like this was a great time to kind of hit the reset button, kind of reiterate some of our expectations, some of our behaviors, some of the things that we'd like to see out of you all as thoroughbreds. You all have done a great job. You just finished watching the Class Royale video. So you all have done a great job of doing some of the little things. But as always, the same way we talk about in the classroom, you all hearing expectations over and over again, and we want to reiterate some of those things. So the first thing I want you to pay attention to is the importance of Power Hour, and instead of hearing me talk about Power Hour, I'm gonna let you hear from some of your teachers.
Hi, we're here today to remind you of the importance of Power Hour. Power Hour is a component of the school day that was built in to help you. So if you have homework that needs to be made up, tests and quizzes that need to be made up, or if you need tutoring, please, please, please take advantage of this time. Math teachers are available during the first half of Power Hour.
Hey, Ms. Reef here. The math department does something a little bit different than doing retakes on a test. You can do Khan Academy and test corrections for every single chapter test that you take in any math class, and you can guarantee earn back 1/3 of your points. So depending on what grade you got, you have to do so many videos and so many assignments on Khan Academy, write a little something on everything that you've done, do test corrections, and bring that to your math teacher, and you're guaranteed to earn back 1/3 of your points on every single chapter test.
Do you want to succeed? We have been successful in ourselves with our careers, and we want to see you make a career out of your life and your success through this school. Come to Power Hour. That is one component that will help you succeed in life.
Yeah, students, the math department really does care about you, and we know that math's important to the rest of your life. And as these teachers have said this morning, Power Hour is something that we're dedicated to. We are available first half, like Dr. Badger said. Test remediation. I've seen a lot of students take advantage of it, and we want to see you take advantage of it. So good luck, guys. Have a great day.
And be at school.
Every day.
Be on time.
All means all.
Morning, South Aiken. This is South Aiken Social Studies. So we want to let you know that we're open to first half specifically for you to come visit us. Coach Hayes is going to go over our retake policy and how important it is for you to be successful in your academic studies.
It is a great policy. So a retake policy for any summative assessment that you make below a 65, you can come see me for 2 power hours after you and I do some remediation. At the third time you come see me, you get to retake those summative assessment. If you do really well on it, which you will, you can recover a lot of points that can help your overall average.
All right, I'm Mr. Overholster, this is Mr. Woods, Ms. Poppy, we're all chemistry teachers in the science department. And in the science department, if you score below a 65 on a summative assessment, so a test in most cases, you are welcome to come back to Power Hour to first receive tutoring and then retake that test for up to a 65. We're also open second half every day to get help on work, receive tutoring, not necessarily just in chemistry. Some of us to even hang out on with your teachers and peers.
Yeah, so it's second half, so make sure y'all get a chance to eat on first half. So you got plenty of time to come back and see us to get those tests, those assignments made up. So come see us second half.
Yeah, and you don't have to be my student to come to me.
That's right.
You don't have to be his students to come to Kim. You can come to any of us for tutoring. We're all available to help you.
Okay.
Good morning, thoroughbreds. My name's Miss Smith. I teach English here at South Aiken, and I want to encourage all of you to meet with your English teachers during Power Hour to make sure that you have all your assignments turned in, that you take advantage of the tutoring that's being offered to you, and the opportunity to make up and retake any test that you've not passed. We hope to see you in Power Hour with your English teacher.
So, you all just heard from the math, science, social studies, English departments talking about the importance of Power Hour, coming back and working and to improve your grade. Every single department, every single teacher, you have the ability to go back to them and redo a summit and work on redoing a summative assessment for every single department. So if you didn't do well on a test, work on it. Go back, see your teachers. That's what we have Power Hour built in for. We have a large number of students who didn't get a passing grade in certain classes. Now it's gotten better, okay, because we've been talking about this week after week after week through Class Royale, but it can always improve. Take advantage of that time. Go back, see a teacher, do a test correction, do a test remediation. Do not settle for just not turning it in or just not taking that test. Don't settle for that. You can do more. And you've heard from them. They want you to come back. We are here for your success. So make sure you're taking advantage of that time. So now to talk about some other expectations. At the beginning of the year, you all were very, very good about not having earbuds in between classes. You all were very good about not having hoods and headbands and hats on throughout the day. You all were very good about those things. But we have seen a steady decline in you all following those expectations. I want you all to understand something. I do not want your hats. I do not want your hoods. I do not want your headbands. I do not want your earbuds. I don't want to take those items. My assistant principals do not want to take those items. My teachers do not want to take those items. We have nothing, we don't do anything with them. But if you all aren't going to follow those policies, then we will confiscate them. Okay? We've also seen an increase in the leggings. We've seen an increase in some of the shorts and some of the midriff showing. We've seen an increase in those things. We want you in class. We want you learning. You all know the expectations. You hear me almost every day, if not once, at least once a week, get on the loudspeaker and tell teachers to check dress code, to remove your earbuds. You all know what it is. And some of you may say, like let's say you a teacher doesn't call you out first, second period, third period. Then all of a sudden, right before lunch, a teacher calls you out and sends you to the main office. And you say, well, nobody else said anything. Why are you bothering me? Why are you saying something to me? I'm gonna give you an analogy. I've heard this from a couple people. Police officers. They pull somebody over. And the person says, why you getting me all these other people out here speeding? And you got me? Why you got me? Well, the thing is, when you step out and you know the speed limit is so-and-so, and you get caught, it's not the police officer's fault for doing their job. You knew the speed limit and you broke it. It's the same thing with dress code. It's the same thing with earbuds. You all know, you all understand what the requirements are. You cannot be upset when we enforce it. Okay? So please, y'all, I don't want your stuff. Actually, hold on, give me 1 second. Let me show you something. So let me show you this. This is just stuff that's in my drawer that we confiscated. This isn't all of it. Okay? I don't do anything with it. I don't want it. I would love for you all to have this stuff and take it home with you. But again, some of y'all know who all this stuff is, and I've got bunches of it. I don't want it. Okay? But if you all insist on doing some of those little things and say, well, it doesn't matter, y'all, we'll confiscate it. But I don't want it. So please, you know what it is. Remove the earbuds. No hats, no headbands, no hoodies. Don't wear the leggings. Don't wear the pants with the holes above 3 inches. We've gone over it before. We'll hit it again and we'll hit it again. But when we talk about this stuff, let me put this stuff back. But we're going to talk about it. We are preparing you for life after high school. You go to any kind of work establishment, there will be a dress code, there will be requirements. Some of our students yesterday went to Savannah Riverside for a field trip. You ask any single one of them who went to Savannah Riverside, could they even have their cell phone in their possession? The answer is no. Same thing if you go to work in a bank, or if you go to work at McDonald's. There'll be dress codes, there'll be phone requirements, there'll be ID requirements, there'll be all those things. All we're trying to do is prepare you for work. Okay? So make sure you follow the dress code, make sure you follow the rules, make sure you follow the regulations. Thank you. Lastly, attendance. Okay? We will be beginning attendance recovery on November 4th. Okay? We'll be beginning attendance recovery on November 4th. Attendance shows a direct correlation with grades. You cannot learn, you cannot turn in assignments if you're not at school. So make sure you are in attendance every day. Come to class every day. And going along with attendance, once you step on South Aiken property, you have stepped onto the school. You are at school. You cannot leave and come back, even if it's in the morning before the admittance bell rings. Once you come on South Aiken property, you are here. You cannot come, go in the comments, leave, and come back. You can't do that, everybody. That is leaving campus without permission. Once you step on this property, you are here. But going back to attendance recovery, we will begin attendance recovery. If you have more than 10 absences in a class, you will be required to make up those absences. If you have more than 10 absences in a class, you will be required to make up those absences. And attendance recovery will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for a minimum of 3 weeks from 4 to 7. And I know none of you want to be here from 4 to 7 to make up time because you weren't in class. Okay? None of you want to be here to do that. And also, attendance can also cause you to be denied credit for a class. Let me say that again. Attendance can cause you to be denied credit for a class. Meaning if you don't have enough time sitting in that class, even if you pass that class, you can lose credit. So please make sure you're coming to class. If you've got more than 10 absences, your administrator will be making contact with you about setting up your attendance recovery. But attendance is vitally important. I've said this more than once, and I'll say it again. I can promise you, it may not be necessarily the job you always wanted, but I can promise you, you will be gainfully employed for life if you can do 3 things. 1, show up to work on time. 2, show up to work every day. 3, pass a drug test. You do those 3 things, I can promise you, you will be gainfully employed for life. Did I say where it's going to be? No. But I can promise you, you'll have a job. I promise you that. I bring in multiple employees. The biggest thing they deal with is people showing up to work on time and people showing up to work every day and people failing drug tests. You go to Bridgestone, you go to SRS, you go to MTU, you go to any of those places. You do those 3 things, they can get you to do just about everything else. They can figure out how to get you to be a good employee. But if you're not there and you're not there on time and you can't pass the drug test, you have nowhere to start. So that's why we're hitting these things over again. But we're starting the second 9 weeks. Today is the first day of the second 9 weeks. Okay, we have 45 days down and 135 more days to go, and it's going pretty quickly. So let's make sure we keep doing the right things. Go see your teacher during Power Hour. Correct the dress code issues. Be in attendance. And let's finish this year strong. As always, it's every thoroughbred, every day. All means all.